I, 28 male, have been with my girlfriend, Zura, 27, for about 2 years. It's been good, or so I thought. We have our own places, but spend most of our time at mine, since it's bigger. She's vibrant, fun, the kind of person who makes you feel like the center of the universe. Lately, though, things have been a bit strained. She lost her part-time gig as a graphic designer a couple of months back, and finding new freelance work has been tough. I get it, the market is brutal. I've been helping out where I can, covering most of our dates, buying her groceries sometimes. I didn't mind. I love her, and you help the people you love. 2 weeks ago, things took a nosedive. I get a frantic call from her around 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. She's sobbing, barely coherent. All I can make out is mugged, everything's gone, and my bag. I dropped everything and drove to her place. I found her on her sofa, wrapped in a blanket, looking absolutely wrecked. Her eyes were red and swollen, and she was shaking. She told me she was walking home from the corner store when a guy on a bike snatched her purse and just vanished into the night. Her phone, wallet, keys, everything. She had to buzz a neighbor to even get into her building. It was awful. I held her, told her we'd figure out that the important thing was she was safe. We filed a police report the next day, though the cops weren't optimistic. A quick snatch and grab like that is almost impossible to solve. The real crisis hit a few days later. Rent was due. Her share is about $1,200. With her wallet gone, her debit cards, her ID needed for the bank, she was screwed. She broke down, talking about getting evicted, how she had no one else to ask. Her parents aren't in the picture, and her friends are all struggling artists like her. The look on her face, pure despair. So, I did what I thought any decent partner would do. I told her not to worry. I transferred the $1,200 directly to her landlord's portal. I also gave her $300 in cash for immediate expenses and helped her start the process of replacing all her cards and ID. She cried with relief, called me her hero, her savior. It felt good to be that for her. But a tiny, ugly little worm of doubt started wiggling in my brain. It was one little detail. She said the mugger took her bag, which had everything in it. But when I got to her apartment that night, her apartment keys were on the little hook by the door where she always keeps them. I asked her about it, and she got flustered for a second. Oh, right. I must have had them in my jacket pocket. Thank God, right? I was so panicked I forgot. It was a plausible explanation, but felt off. It stuck with me. I'm not a jealous guy. I've never snooped, but this feeling wouldn't go away. So, I did something I feel kind of greasy about. I bought a small, discreet security camera, one of those little Wise Cube ones, and set it up in my living room, pointing towards the couch in the main area. My justification was simple. My apartment, my rules. Plus, if someone did break in, I'd have it on video. But really, I just needed to know if my girl was playing tricks on me. Zara's been staying with me mostly since the mugging, so it was the perfect test. I told her I had to go into the office for a full day on Friday, a rare occurrence since I mostly work from home. I left, circled the block, and sat in a coffee shop with a live feed open on my phone. What I saw made my blood run cold. Update 1. I don't even know where to start. My hands are still shaking a little as I type this. So Friday. I'm at the coffee shop, watching the live feed. For the first hour, nothing. Zara just lounges on the couch, scrolling on the new phone I helped her buy. Then, her best friend, Maya, comes over. This is where it gets bad. They hug, then Zara does this little theatrical twirl in my living room. Maya, so, how's the grieving victim? Zara, laughing, oh, shut up. I think I deserve an Oscar. You should have seen me, Em. The tears, the trembling. I was Meryl Streep. Maya, did he buy it? The whole thing. Zara, hook, line, and sinker. The $1,200 for rent was in my landlord's account by Thursday morning. Plus, he gave me a few hundred in walking around money. And he's been treating me like a delicate little flower all week. My stomach just dropped. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I kept watching, screen recording the whole thing on my phone. Maya plopped onto my couch, kicking her feet up on my coffee table. Seriously? That easily? What about the keys? I thought that was a stupid risk. Zara waved a dismissive hand. Please. Leo's so head over heels he'd believe me if I told him the sky was green. I just said they were in my pocket. He went, oh, okay, honey, and started making me tea. He's predictable. Predictable. That word echoed in my head. They spent the next 20 minutes mocking me, mocking how I fussed over her, how I kept asking if she was okay. They laughed about how I earnestly told her material things can be replaced. Zara did a horrible, high-pitched impersonation of my voice that made my skin crawl. Then Maya asked the question, "So what's the plan now? You can't play the mugging card again." "Zara, nah. I'm thinking next month I'll have a family emergency. My estranged cousin in who knows where suddenly needs life-saving surgery, and I'm the only one with a rare blood type and a secret savings account that almost covers it." They both howled with laughter. I switched off the feed. I just sat there in the coffee shop, my latte completely forgotten. It wasn't sadness. It wasn't even rage, not yet. It was a feeling of absolute, chilling clarity. It was like a switch flipped in my head. The warmth I felt for her, the love, it all just evaporated. Gone. In its place was something cold, hard, and methodical. She wasn't just a liar. She was a performer, and she saw me as her audience and her bank. My lovely, vibrant girlfriend was a parasite, and I was the host. I didn't storm back to the apartment. I didn't call her out. I went to the office and worked. I came home on my usual time, bringing takeout like nothing happened. She greeted me with a kiss. It felt like being kissed by a snake. I smiled back. "How was your day, honey?" she asked, batting her eyelashes. "Predictable," I said, "but productive." She didn't catch it. Of course she didn't. The trap was set. Now I just had to let her walk into it. Update 2. The past 2 weeks have been a masterclass in self-control. Living with Zara, knowing what I know, has been like a surreal psychological experiment. I've been playing the part of the devoted, slightly too earnest boyfriend she thinks I am. I listen to her anxieties about going out alone. I hold her hand a little tighter in public. It's disgusting, but necessary. The entitlement has escalated, just as she planned. It started small. She'd use my credit card for groceries and come back with a new top from Aritzia along with the milk and eggs. When I gently pointed out, she'd give me this wounded look. I just wanted to feel normal again, Leo. It was retail therapy. After what I went through, the manipulation is so blatant now. It's almost artful. Then, last week, Act 2 of her little play began. She came to me one evening, her face a mask of practiced sadness. She sat me down on the couch, the same couch where she and Maya laughed at me. "Leo," she started, her voice trembling slightly. "I have something to tell you. It's about my family." I leaned in, feigning deep concern. "What is it, Zara? You can tell me anything." She launched into a convoluted story about a younger sister I'd never heard of, named Kira. Apparently, Kira was born with a rare heart defect. There was a specialist, an experimental procedure, and you guessed it, a hefty price tag. $5,000. Her parents were tapped out. Kira was devastated. Zara was the only one who could possibly help. "I feel so helpless," she whispered, squeezing my hand. "I just paid rent, and with the mugging, I have nothing. I don't know what to do." I looked into her eyes, searching for any flicker of truth, any hint of a conscience. There was nothing, just a cold, desperate calculation. This is the part where the old me would have opened my banking app. The new me? The new me put on the performance of a lifetime. I put my arm around her. "Zara, oh my God, that's horrible. Your sister. Of course we have to do something." Relief washed over her face. So pure and genuine it was sickening. She thought she'd won. But $5,000 is a lot of money. I continued, my tone serious. "This isn't like rent. This is a major medical thing. We need to be smart about it." I started pacing the room, acting like I was deep in thought. "I know. My uncle is a financial advisor. He helps people with medical fundraising all the time. He can help us set up a proper crowdfunding page, reach out to charities, maybe even find grants for this kind of procedure. We can get the word out, use social media. We can make a video with Kira to share her story." The color drained from Zara's face. "Oh, no, we can't do that," she stammered. "Why not? If her situation is this dire, we should use every resource available." I said, my voice full of fake enthusiasm. It's a private family matter," she said, her eyes darting around. "Kira is very shy. She would be humiliated. More humiliated than not getting the surgery." I pressed. keeping my expression perfectly sincere. She started to get defensive, almost angry. You're not listening to me, Leo. I'm telling you what we can't do. I thought you'd just help, like you did before. The entitlement was dripping from every word. I thought you'd just give me the money. I backed off, pretending to concede. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to solve the problem. Okay, no crowdfunding. Let me think. I let the silence hang for a moment. Okay, I have an idea. It's a bit of a stretch, but it might work. Let's talk about it over dinner this weekend. A nice dinner. My treat. You can invite Maya, too, for moral support. A slow smile spread across her face. She thought I was caving. She thought I was going to give her the money at a fancy dinner. The reservation is for Saturday, at a nice restaurant with a private room. I've already called ahead. They have a large screen monitor we can use for a presentation. Oh, we're going to have a presentation. All right. Final update. It's over. Saturday night. I picked them up. Zara was wearing a new dress, probably bought with my grocery money. Maya was smug, giving me this look that said, "You're so well trained." They were giddy the whole ride, whispering in the back seat. We got to the restaurant and were shown to the private room. It was perfect, intimate, quiet, with a big TV screen on one wall. They loved it. They ordered the most expensive cocktails on the menu. I let them chat for a bit, building their confidence. Then, I clear my throat. So, about Kira, Zara immediately put on her somber face. Yes, thank you for doing this, Leo. It means the world. Of course, I said, my voice calm and even. I did a lot of thinking and a lot of research, and I realized this situation is more complex than I thought. So I put together a little something to show you my plan. I pulled out my phone and a small HDMI adapter. Their eyes lit up. They thought I was about to show them a bank transfer confirmation. I connected my phone to the big screen. The screen flickered to life. It wasn't a banking app. It was my living room. And there they were. Zara, Maya, on my couch. The audio was crystal clear. I think I deserve an Oscar. You should have seen me, Em. The tears, the trembling. I was Meryl Streep. Zara's face went white. Maya froze with her cocktail glass halfway to her lips. They stared at the screen in pure, abject horror. I didn't stop it. I let the entire 20-minute clip play. Every single second of it. Their laughter. Their mockery. The impersonation of my voice. The detailed planning of the Six Sisters scam. The room was utterly silent except for their recorded voices gleefully detailing their fraud. When the video ended and the screen went black, the silence was deafening. Zara was the first to speak, her voice a strangled whisper. You recorded me? In your own home? I recorded a conversation that happened to take place in my home. I corrected her, my voice like ice. A conversation about committing fraud. Against me. Maya found her voice next, and it was full of venom. This is illegal. You can't do this. This is an invasion of privacy. Is it as illegal as filing a false police report? I countered, or attempting to defraud someone of $5,000. I wonder what the police would think about that particular detail. I still have the original case number for the mugging. That shut her up. Zara just started to cry. But these weren't the Oscar-worthy tears from the mugging. These were the ugly, desperate tears of someone who'd been caught. Leo, please, she sobbed. I was desperate. I didn't know what else to do. You could have not lied, I said flatly. You could have been an adult. You chose to be a con artist. And you chose to mock the person who was trying to help you. I stood up. I took out my wallet, but not to give them money. I placed a $100 bill on the table. This should cover your Uber home. I've already paid for the dinner and your drinks. I walked to the door of the private room. Zara, I want a key. And I want all your things out of my apartment by noon tomorrow. If they're not, I'll have them packed in boxes and left on the curb. If you contact me again, for any reason other than to arrange a time to get your stuff with a police escort present, I will take this video, I held up my phone, and the police report you filed, and I will go to the station myself. We are done. The look on her face wasn't remorse. It was pure, unadulterated fury. The mask was completely gone. She was staring at me with sheer hatred. That was the real her, not the fun, vibrant girl, the calculating, entitled thief. I walked out of the restaurant and didn't look back. The aftermath has been quiet. She got her stuff the next day. Her brother came, a guy I'd met once. He wouldn't even look me in the eye, just loaded her boxes and left. I got a few angry texts from her number, calling me every name in the book. I blocked her. I also sent the video to a couple of her mutual friends who had asked why we broke up. I didn't need to add commentary. The video spoke for itself. From what I hear, Zara and Maya have been completely cut out of our old friend group. Word travels fast. I'm out about $1,500. I'll never see that money again, and I don't care. It was a cheap price to pay to excise a cancer from my life. My apartment feels bigger now, calmer. I don't feel triumphant or happy. I just feel quiet. There's a bitterness there that I know will take time to fade. The idea that someone I loved could look me in the eye and lie so profoundly has changed something in me. But it's better to live with a harsh truth than a comfortable lie. I sleep soundly at night, and I know, without a shadow of a doubt, that she is not sleeping soundly at all. For her, the consequences are just beginning. For me, the healing is.